Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today we continue on through our journey of the 2023 starter deck upgrades, all 15 decks being redone for both standard and alchemy, utilizing the rares and mythics that you accumulate through the collection of all of these decks, which are unlocked for free. You should be able to play these decks easy peasy lemon squeezy, making them as competitive as possible for you throughout the process. Today we're looking at Dimir. This is blue and black, ninjutsu. Stealthy Subterfuge is the deck name. We're playing in standard. We're going to break down the deck. Let's talk about the strategies, the synergies, showcase this within our gameplay footage, wrap up, of course, with our final thoughts and deck review. Buckle up, get ready. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support. Take a look at the deck. Here we are. Like I said, blue and black, standard, best of one, Stealthy Subterfuge, with a 2.4 average mana value, 21 creatures, 15 non-creatures, and 24 land to support the deck. It is a ninjutsu build, so let's start really with the core of the deck. It's the Silver Furmaster for 2 is a 2/2 with ninjutsu for 2. Ninjutsu abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. This is incredible. It's like a reverse ramp, if you will. Other ninja and rogue creatures you control get +1/+1. So it also has the Anthem effect, and it's non-legendary, so you can stack it, right? Multiple copies of the Furmaster will lead you to victory. And then it's just like a bunch of ninjas. Network Disruptor for one. You know, it's some ninjas, dude. 1/1 with flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, tap target permanent. We will be taking control of the field state as well through tapping, through bouncing. And this not only allows consistent damage output, but it will allow our ninjutsu abilities to actually be able to trigger. In order to have a ninjutsu ability trigger, you know, you're casting the card from your hand for that ninjutsu cost, but you need to get an attack in that's unblocked first. That's going to be really important, right? So the Network Disruptor is great on, you know, all factors here. It's a 1/1 with flying, which it's cheap. It's going to allow you to ninjutsu right away. Very, very good. Secondly, when it enters, will tap something, allowing you to ninjutsu something else that's attacking, right? Getting that attack in, and then, you know, so on and so forth, which is really, really cool. So that's going to allow a lot of this to make sense for us. And then we have something like the Prosperous Thief for 3 mana as a 3/2 with ninjutsu for 2, right? So that's kind of why we're explaining that, is it will help, you know, enable the deck to perform very well. So whenever one or more ninja or rogue creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. This is fantastic, right? So it's a 3/2, ninjutsu for 2, disruptor 1, ninjutsu this for 2. Now you've made a treasure for the turn. Right? We absolutely love it. We have the Moon City Hacker as here as well. It should be the Moon City. Moon Circuit, bro. I'm petition started. It's the Moon City. Let's go. Whenever the Moon City Hacker deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless the Moon City Hacker has entered the battlefield this turn, right? So really nice draw, and then after that, it's going to allow us to basically just cycle through our deck. We have the Moonsnare Specialist here for 4 as a 2/2 with ninjutsu for 3. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature to its owner's hand. This is, again, really cool because we can bounce our opponent's creatures, which is fantastic. Or, you know, maybe we have an ETB we want to take advantage of again as well. Probably not, but really good to help open up those attack lanes. We have Satoru Umezawa, 3 mana, 2/4. Whenever you activate an ninjutsu ability, look at the top 3 cards. Put one of them into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. This triggers once each turn, and each creature card has ninjutsu 4, which is, well, it's absolutely ridiculous because we have some 5-drops here, which is going to reduce the cost of those, which is really nice. There's nothing like sneaking in a Hullbreaker Horror for 4 mana, you know what I mean, off a 1 mana Disruptor. So very cool possibilities later on. Before we get there, though, you know, just to talk about this ninjutsu ability until we've got all of it out of the deck. Kaito Shizuki, Mr. Suzuki himself, 3 mana, 3 loyalty. At the beginning of your end step, it will phase out, which is fantastic, and then +1, draw a card, discard a card unless you've attacked, -2, creating a 1/1 ninja that is a token and cannot be blocked, which again really helps enable that ninjutsu. And the -7, whenever you activate this, you're going to get an emblem that says whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a blue or black creature card, putting it into the battlefield, then shuffling. Just flooding the field with, you know, all of the bangers, all of the good ones. Aside from that, we have a Thousand-Faced Shadow for 1. It's a 1/1 flying ninjutsu for 4. When it enters the battlefield from your hand, if it's attacking, create a token of a copy of another target attacking creature. The token enters tapped and attacking, which is cool. And, you know, we want to be copying this Furmaster if we can. Of course, there are other things, and it's only a 1-of, so it's not super, super important, but worth mentioning. And then the Biting Palm Ninja. It's early. For 3 mana, it's a 3/3 ninjutsu for 3. It will enter with a menace counter on it, and when it deals combat damage, you can choose to remove that counter. If you do, look at your opponent's hand and exile a card from their hand, which is just fantastic. Some removal in the deck: Hero's Downfall, destroying creature or planeswalker for 3, Soul Transfer, exiling creature or planeswalker if you have an enchantment and an artifact. And I know we do have artifacts here. I do not believe we have any enchantments though, so don't worry about that second trigger, but the exile for 3 is still good. Creature or planeswalker, March for 1+X, dealing X damage, gaining X life, creature or planeswalker that your opponent controls, right? Well, I guess you could control if you really wanted, but probably not. And, you know, discarding into exile cards from your hand to reduce the casting cost of this by 2. We have the Vortex, bounce to hand or kick it for an additional 3, total of 4 instant. Putting it into their hand if you kick it bottom of their library, which is fantastic, so good. Fading Hope, instant speed for 1, bouncing creature to the owner's hand, scoring 3 if its mana value was 3 or less. So a lot of really nice interaction within the deck. Fairly powerful ninjutsu creature base. You know, through that Furmaster, we've got the draw, we've got the ramp, we've got the bounce. It's all really there for us. And then, you know, recasting all of these instant and sorceries again from the grave through Disciple of the Drowned for 5, 3/4 spells can't be countered. That is nice. And then each instant and sorcery in your graveyard can be cast with flashback. That's going to be the same mana cost, and then it's going to go into exile after you do cast it. You know, just helping all your removal, all of that bounce. The Silent Spider for 5 is a 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, choose a card other than a basic card from your opponent's graveyard, and then search their hand, their library, and their graveyard. 4 cards with the same name and exile them all. So it just basically nukes any card that you have access to in their graveyard from their deck. And then you actually get to cast it with mana of any color later on, which is really, really nice, as long as you control the Silent Spider. And then the Hullbreaker Horror, you know, for 7 mana, 7/8 flash, can't be countered. Whenever you cast a spell, bounce a permanent back to its owner's hand, or return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand. It's just nearly unbeatable, right? So Hullbreaker Horror, Lier, instant speed spells from the grave, you win. Memory Deluge, instant speed for 4, looking at the top 4, putting 2 into your hand, and then when you cast it with flashback, looking at the top 7, putting 2 into hand. So just an incredible card there as well to help you find whether it's removal, some more creatures. It's, you know, it's going to help you get land as well. It does it all, right? So the Memory Deluge is fantastic. This deck is actually pretty decent once you learn how to play it. It's a harder deck to play, but definitely super rewarding when you start getting those ninjutsu triggers through to beat your opponent when they're like, you know, they're trying to counter a spell or something, right? So I hope you guys enjoy. Again, we have got all of these decks in both Standard and Alchemy, making them as competitive as possible. You know, you're going to use these decks, then you're going to use the regular free-to-play decks and make a meta deck, and, you know, now you're off to the races with the rest of the Magic community, competing for that top 1,250 or 250, whatever it happens to be. So thank you again. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you soon after the gameplay footage as we wrap up with our final thoughts, yeah? Going first. Good land, good hand. That's what I always like to say. It's a little light. That Moonsnare is pretty cool, though. Building into this. Let's get after it. Land, which they could always just tap in response. Use that mana. Rakdos, interesting. A little anvil? Oh, okay. What is this? World Championship? Let's bounce it back to their hand. Hit for 2. It's a good opening play. And then we can tap it, hit for another 2, right? Hand of Hatred, such a good card. Makes a 2/1 token at the beginning of combat, sacrifices it end step. Literally every turn. So we send it to the bottom, which is basically like an exile, unless they're shuffling it back in, at which point they'd still need to draw it. The Opportunist is a great card as well. And it's other creatures, so we go ahead and take the kill, no draw. For 2. Disruptor their land. Comes the underdog again. And another one. Wow, okay. Dude, what's mine say? Gonna Moonsnare one. Gonna hope the other. I like that Moonsnare, that's really good. And then we thief it up, getting the Disruptor back, which can do that all again, right? So you can see how we can kind of loop the tap and bounce situation here. And again, we're just chilling with that Disruptor in hand to tap that creature out. Should be able to tap one, bounce the other. And again, still sitting on this Vortex for later. Pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good too, though, huh? And I'll take this damage. Like, if they're going to tap themselves, that just makes everything that much easier for us, yeah? Oh. Forcing a sacrifice on a creature. They're going to play that underdog. We can tap the underdog. Or bounce it. I'm going to lose the Moonsnare. I get the draw as well. And I think we're going to have to face down that underdog here. Yeah. Which is fine, whatever. Decay can't block. So we tap the underdog. Swing in. Ninjutsu the Disruptor. This thing is worth nothing. But it's still really good. because then it's not attacking. And we kill Jadar. Make a Turgid. They're turned down to 7. I mean, they still have 3 cards that we don't see. 2 cards that we don't see. Even better. That looks not so bad now. Did this just get... No, that's from their hand. Hit for 2? Sure. Decay yourself. I'll take it to 14. Beautiful. Okay, 2 cards in hand that we don't know about. I mean, it is a draw later. Big hit. 6 damage. That takes the other underdog away. Unless, I mean, there's probably removal here. Sure. Oh, Nganjo. I'm going to keep that Disruptor in play just to tap a blocker if that's the angle they're going to take. Yep. Perfect. Very, very good. Beep boop. For 3-1. Oh, we are getting close. That card. We'll hold it. It'd be good. I mean, they're not blitzing. We need to kill both of these disruptors. That's game. We don't even have to have the circuit hacker, but it does help. We like the draw. Woo! Good game, my friend. Good game. It was a pleasure. Flapping your rares. No, we had a couple of our own, right? That really did help there. Going first. Thank you kindly. Need some life. Get furry with it. Looking for our next land. Consider. Mono blue in the play queue. Let's go. Oh, can't wait. Looking forward to this. You know? Yeehaw. Welcome to the World Championship, starters. Oh, you're brand new to the game? Trying to test out a free-to-play deck? Huh. Good luck. Oh, guys. The Magic community is competitive. Don't kid yourself. We're looking to win every match. Tapped out land. Consider. I mean, the nice thing is we do have a little bit of field presence before they've done anything. So we know we can probably deal 4 damage and be safe about it. And as soon as they tap mana, we get them. Go ahead. You do you. They're coming at you with a double spell, keep in mind, my friend. Fading Hope, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna protect myself. Boom! Hero's downfall. Do it. Do it. No? You too scared, huh? Thirst. We'll grab a drink then. Wallace. 853. If we can beat you know, this pimped out mono blue deck with our build, I'm gonna feel pretty good about it. A Jin. I thought we talked about this. I thought we talked about this. Get out of here. Skadoodle. Okay. That just guarantees that we get it. Do it. Oh. Didn't think that would work. I did not expect to get it on the first spell. Oh. Ninjutsu, go! Hopefully it's not a Fading Hope because we really need to exile or have them discard, I guess. I don't think it's an exile. It is an exile. That Jin. We want it. We want it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I like how we could just read, you know what I mean? Double activate that ability. Worrisome. 6 damage, down to 6. Oh, you betcha. You betcha! Counter, 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 counter. What good are these counter spells for you now? And turn with our downfall up, but we know that they've got a lot of counter magic. They do have a Soaring City to bounce. Get out of here! Yes! That was absolutely perfect. That ninjutsu allowed us to dodge those counter spells. Take that Jin away. Let's go. On the draw, really good land. 2 of each source. Islands, swamps, blue-black. And then good interaction, right? Well, maybe we can cut it out with the lands. That's probably enough. It's fine to sit there. Make sure they're not ramping too aggressively. Right, if we're playing slow, we need them to as well. And it's just a replay for them. Now we take it, having fully mitigated their ramp. I'm going to save this downfall here. I'd assume they want to put that counter on it. Let's kill the tree. They can sack to kill our disruptor. It's not a good trade. Go for it, though. 2 swamps left in hand. Not really that great for us, but it is what it is, yeah? Another Loam Speaker. To a good game, baby. Let's go. Going first. That's an advantage that we should not have. We'll take advantage of it, though, for sure. I'm a rat ninja. You bash some rats, bud? Go bash them up. Settle down. Chundril. I was going by Chundril at the time. Why am I breaking? Every second of my life, I cannot find the third land. What the heck, huh? Imagine that. Woof woof. Some werewolves. Thank you. The Disruptor is the equivalent of Got Your Nose. Right? It just does absolutely nothing. I'll take 3. Yeah. Maybe I won't. It's a draw, so we should probably just bounce it. Land is good. Make sure to cast on our own turn to keep it day. I'll hit for 1. That's a flex. First blood, baby. Ooh.
We must put an end to the violence. Run wild. Run free. Back to the woods.
This isn't great. It'd go to night also. Two of them. Back-to-back Arlands. Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. Awesome. Deadly, dude. Get out of here. Still hit for 4, though. You never know these days, right? Go, Prosperous Thief. Okay, I mean, what I would give for a Kaito off the top to start drawing. We'll see, though. We'll see. I think we can get there. Taking 6, dealing 4. You know, we're not that far off. We're going to be dealing 6 ourselves here soon, also. Maybe not. Oh, I should have tapped it first. Trade. You get it. Leave it there is the thing. Need something good. Just played a little bit there in that last line, taking 6 to 9. Way to keep it daytime here. Nice top decks. Holy Toledo's. You know, it's just so rewarding to get a win with some of these starter decks, the free-to-play decks. You know, it's like the meta is competitive. People take their Magic very seriously, and you know, that's totally fine. They love winning, so do I, am sure so do you. However, you know, just being able to support the community who's just starting out is almost even more rewarding, because I know how terrible of a place it can be if you're trying to use those free-to-play decks, right? I do the free-to-play decks all the time, so to, you know, really help those beginners get a leg up, get caught up to the rest of us. Just what a fantastic experience. Thank you all so much. I hope you had a magical day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check out our other free-to-play decks, our starter decks, our standard decks, our explorer decks. We got it all covered. We're even doing Marvel Snap content. Can you believe it? Woof! Cheers. Member-only content available every day. Early access to the stats, the deck list, real time. You know, there's just a ton of benefits there if you support the channel as well. But, you know, we'll see you soon in the next day.